Before modern food processing became fully industrialized, traditional agricultural products were transformed through complex mechanical systems and continuous labor. In the Rhineland, sugar beet syrup production developed from small rural work into a highly organized factory process that combined farming, chemistry, and heavy machinery. This film follows the complete industrial journey from harvested sugar beets to the thick, concentrated syrup, revealing how a traditional sweetener is produced on a massive scale. At the beginning of September, the storage yard of the beet syrup factory still stands empty. Within a few weeks, up to 10,000 tons of sugar beets will be stored here as raw material for beet syrup, a traditional sweet spread widely known in the Rhineland. Workers inspect the large hydraulic presses that extract juice from cooked beet pulp. These machines can process massive quantities, holding up to 15 tons of material at a time. Vertical press plates compress the pulp, while filters separate the liquid juice from the solid matter. The press plates move vertically on rollers, applying enormous pressure to release the juice efficiently. Flexible connections ensure uninterrupted operation during the pressing process. This advanced design allows continuous filling of filters without stopping production. After extraction, the raw juice is purified by centrifugal force, removing remaining solid particles. The clarified liquid is then transferred to evaporation units for further processing. The system can handle up to 330 liters of juice per minute. The surrounding region has a long tradition of beet cultivation due to its fertile soils. Hundreds of contracted farmers supply the factory according to a strict delivery schedule. This system prevents overproduction, reduces waiting times, and ensures efficient processing. Each delivery is weighed and documented before samples are taken for laboratory testing. The sugar content, typically between 15 and 17%, determines the final price paid to farmers. Results are available within 24 hours and influence payment and quality assessment. The beets are unloaded by tipping trailers onto conveyor systems. Workers estimate the level of dirt and impurities, which affects the payment calculation. Transport belts move the beets toward storage areas, while preliminary cleaning removes loose contamination. Mechanical systems distribute the beets across the storage yard. Because beets gradually lose sugar during storage, rapid processing is essential for economic efficiency. Improved seed quality and cultivation methods have significantly increased yields over time. Water channels transport the beets into the factory while simultaneously washing away dirt. Stones and heavier impurities are separated to prevent damage to machinery. Cleaned beets then proceed to the main washing and processing stages. Washed beets are sliced into small pieces and fed into large cooking vessels. Steam heats the material to over 100 degrees Celsius, initiating chemical changes in the sugar content. This process converts sucrose into glucose and fructose, ensuring proper consistency. The cooking vessels operate continuously under pressure for several hours. High temperatures and humidity make the working conditions demanding. The process ensures the correct sugar balance required for stable storage. Cooked beet pulp is pressed again to extract the concentrated juice. The remaining pulp is dried and stored as valuable animal feed. Farmers receive a portion of these byproducts as part of their delivery agreement. The clarified juice enters large evaporation units where water is removed under reduced pressure. The liquid thickens until it reaches the legally required dry substance content. Continuous monitoring ensures consistent quality and density. Technicians test the syrup's chemical composition, sugar content, and pH value. These measurements allow operators to adjust the process instantly if necessary. The finished syrup is stored in large tanks where it remains stable for long periods. The finished product is filled into containers for household and industrial use. Thousands of units are packaged daily to supply the market throughout the year. Beet syrup is used as a spread, cooking ingredient, and industrial raw material. Beet syrup production reflects the transformation of a traditional rural activity into a highly industrialized process. From cultivation and harvesting to processing and packaging, every stage demonstrates modern efficiency and technological control. This development shows how traditional foods continue to evolve alongside changing industry and consumption patterns.